4,
Oh
3,
no.
2, we're live. All right, guys, we took a week off, and thank God we did because it was a break I think we all needed. We're starting a little late today.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Whew. Oh, yeah. You more than the rest of us. Am I right, listeners? You know who you are.
I think one of them listeners is especially gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, last session, not last week, started off. The party had just kicked the shit out of some weird Duragar. What would you call it? Giant monstrosity?
Construct bullshit thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Duragar mind link with crystal gas monster.
Aberration wannabe.
Ah, there we go.
That works.
Yeah, I like that. That works. Okay, so that that was cool. That was fun. My players kicked its ass real bad, even though I was like trying to take at least one person down. You know, I failed. That's okay. So after that, they did a little bit of research. They found some pieces, and it's like, oh hey, this little badge that this guy showed us also has this insignia on it. Anyway, in the aftermath, Lucian's dad shows up and is like super pissed, and he like kind of gives Zazie a super cool head nod because he's like, Zazie, thanks for letting me know what's going on here, and Zazie didn't care. Then he talks to Lucian and is not really sharing a ton of information. Lucian decides that he wants to go talk to his dad's cousin, his second cousin, whatever you would call that. They go and they meet up with him, and he looks over the items. He identifies them and sees that it's Lucian's grandmother's insignia on this strange badge that's being used. Turns out Lucian's uncle is probably just like the ground level enforcer for Grandmama. So Lucian's like, all right, cool, great information, thanks. And the rest of the party's like, oh man, this is crazy. And they follow Lucian down through this chamber in the center of the city into these mines that are, that have been here for a long time. And Lucian hasn't really shared a lot about what that means yet. Steve, do you remember all this stuff, right? What's going on down here? I mean, most of it is you made up.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll allow you to, riff on this however you want, because what we talked about before, I was really cool with all of it, and I thought your ideas were great. So there might be some reveals on that. There might not be. I don't know what Steve is going to choose to share. But we left off with you guys basically coming out, looking across some massive chasm deep below the Obsidian City. Into what looks like not a sprawling, underground city, but just, a decent sized little nook. There's a little waterfall running off one side. The entire area is kind of illuminated by that glowing spore mist. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and Lucian will, lead the way across the bridge. And once on the other side, take off his shoes.
Yeah. So, as you guys approach, you see Lucian taking off his shoes. Just so you know, each one of these squares is 10 feet. The ranges aren't really represented by that well. It's more of just a visual aid. But Lucian takes off his shoes, and you see some Dwergar and Drow kind of making their way around, doing activities. Just daily life type activities. A few of them kind of stop and look at Lucian and at the party, and they have like a quick conversation, and one of them kind of hustles off back up this staircase right here and kind of runs out of sight.
I'll lean over to Lucian. Well, my friend, it seems our arrival has been noticed. Do they know your face, or do we just look that different?
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly. I mean, because of recent things going on, I'm not entirely sure what to make of it, but it is what it is, really. We're either going to find my grandmother on our own, or
She's going to find us.
Exactly. Or we'll be hustled to post haste.
Oh, it's
I can only follow your lead.
I just want to shout out to Rook and Rasp real quick. I'm not sure which one of you guys that is, but hi. I love you guys.
Good peoples. Good peoples. So, I do have a question. Are the people that are already in the village wearing shoes, or is Rose going to have to get out of her boots somehow?
Roll perception.
This is going to go fun. Oh, that's a 12. Wait, hold on. That's a 2. I'm looking at the wrong
That's a
face.
2?
Goddamn.
All right. So as you're approaching this ledge across this bridge here, you see some figures. There's almost a haze to the air from this like illuminating spore that kind of collects into almost a fog as you look out deeper, and you see the figures moving around. These small humanoids. They're much shorter than Lucian. But I can't say that you can really make out their clothing that clearly. You'd have to get in there and really kind of chop it up a little bit.
I prefer not to do any chopping just yet, but
Nice.
if that's the case, Rose is going to follow Lucian's example and also get out of her shoes. Even if I half think it's a prank, it doesn't hurt. So yeah, she'll sit down at the edge, probably against the wall on the floor, not on the wall, because that abyss is mildly terrifying. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, also an interesting thing. Looking down into the abyss, it doesn't have the illumination that the upper areas have. It is just a black void. And there appear to be, as you look down there, almost like an amethyst color, like bright pricks of starlight kind of breaking through the abyss at varying distances. Almost kind of like if you were to be watching like a movie that's where you're traveling through space and you can kind of almost see the distances of the stars. That kind of like nebula feel.
In other words, Rose looks over for a brief second, says, "Nope, too much like flying. I'm not looking down there again." She is keeping her eyes firmly on the ground until she is firmly across the bridge.
Okay. All right. What about
cat.
Kovanen and Zazie? What are you two up to?
Well, I remember Kovanen saying something about his shoes, that he finds his own shoes very useful, but will follow Lucian's lead to the best he can. He doesn't like taking his shoes off because his shoes let him walk on ceilings and on the side of the walls of deep, dark chasms.
Zazie
And
will also
so-
take her shoes off.
God, everyone's doing it. Fine.
Keeping yours closed wouldn't be a bad idea.
I didn't
Sure, I
hear.
wanna-
I didn't hear you. What?
Keeping your shoes closed wouldn't be a bad idea, though, just in case.
I'm certainly not going to get rid of them.
Is there a place for us to stash our shoes, Lucian?
The slippers come off. Come on and puts them in his own pack.
You see Lucian putting his shoes in his bag. What?
There. Because
I doubt
Rose
they're
has
illegal
boots.
contraband. All right, where are we going? Across? Shall
Onward.
onward? Very well.
Oh no, we're already over here, man.
Hooray! We get across.
Ew.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, like, I'm just gonna lead the way towards grandmother's, over the river and through the woods, if you will. To grandmother's house we go.
Over the chasm and through the mushroom forest.
The stone?
There's definitely some mushroom forest on the edge of those woods back there. Yeah. So, Rose, as you approach, you see these people walking around. They're kind of furtive. As you guys actually make your way across the bridge, the people that are close really start to break away and kind of move off. Let me get a perception check out of each of you. Lucian, yours with advantage.
Hell yeah.
That's an 8 for Rose.
That is a 14 for Lucy.
All right.
Zazie got 11.
9.
9. Mighty 9. Lucian. Yeah, they're wearing clothes, but they don't have shoes on. You guys are all able to make that out when you get close. Their clothing is kind of loose-fitting, almost like a, what's the right word? Not a smock. Tabard. That's not right either. What's the shirt? What's the old school freaking
Tunic?
shirt? Tunics. Yeah, kind of like a tunic with, like a loose, almost slacks. Yeah, words are escaping me tonight. You guys can fill me in. Sloops, I think that's the name of the pants I'm thinking. They shuffle away, kind of hunched. You hear them whispering to each other.
I mean, we're in a big dark cavern. Do I hear what they're saying? It might be a little echoey in here if it's quiet and.
I mean, you rolled 14 perception. No, you can't really hear them. You can hear that they're speaking Dwarven, though.
Oh. Interesting. That is not a language I speak.
Rose does speak Dwarvish. However, if you didn't hear anything on a 14, I doubt she heard anything on an 8.
You're still trying to figure out which shoe is left.
She's not that bad. They're over her shoulder, like tied and just slung like a saddlebag.
Find a telephone pole. You just throw them on the power lines.
Nah.
So,
Right.
the Lucian,
the
where
game
is
over.
this place? What is this place?
Well, this is part of the ancient home of my people, of the not necessarily Catholis, but the what the fuck are we called again?
It's a Catholicos.
drow?
Oh, the Sulatars.
No,
Yeah.
no. Sulatar. Yeah. This is the original kind of settlement of the Sulatar. And originally kind of controlled by different high priests and priestesses. And then, time has evolved the Solitar, where one family went one direction, the Catholis went another, and we went up, if you will.
How
But
about
this
we
is-
focus on which direction we're going right now? Because
Oh, Lucian is walking already.
incredibly out of my element.
Lucian's definitely leading the way. The only thing is, on this map, I don't know where to go. But Lucian's definitely talking and walking.
Where in the world are we? Are we still in Zendrick?
Oh,
I'd
yes,
assume
cool.
so. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure. I wasn't paying attention when we were in the glade.
Oh, true. I have no idea what happened between the city and there.
Oh, that's right. I did forget. Yes, no, we just went downwards, down. The
Lot.
stairs.
It was a lot of stairs. Getting back up's gonna be fun.
We could just take the lift, honestly.
There's a lift up, but not a lift down?
No, that was a joke. We have to climb the stairs.
Okay. I think you mean that you guys have to climb, because I'm sure as hell not doing that. I'm flying up those things.
Oh, I could do that too.
Oh, speaking of that, how many times can you do that a day? Can you just, like, summon those things whenever you want?
I suppose I can. I can do so as many times as I have as many, replacement shirts.
That's a good point.
Going to have
Well-
to get something tailored, I think.
Or, just take off your
Well,
shirt
at
ahead of
At
time.
least,
Okay,
at least you're
imagine
not,
this. We're being attacked by assassins. And I'm like, hold on, wait a moment. I need to get undressed. And I start taking off my shirt, and they're like, oh my god, it's always you with the unshirting. Hurry up. And then I'm like, all right, I'm ready. And then they attack. No, the shirt just must be sacrificed.
He opens up his shirt and he's got a big C tattooed on his chest.
All right. I'm not gonna move my token, but because I want to be able to actually see where we're at. But how far would you say we've gotten by this?
Okay, yeah, DM, we go to Grandma's house.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way. There's in front of you as you get across the chasm. Probably 20 or 50 feet ahead. There's a small staircase. There's a couple of these buildings that are literally carved out of stone. that lead up like a central corridor. You see to your left and to your right these pillars of stone that almost like stalactites that are climbing towards the ceiling, and they kind of taper off.
Excuse you. Stalagmites are the ones that grow on the ground.
Right, that kind of taper off, and they
There you
go
go.
all the way to the ground. Um, so they're connected from the top to the bottom of the chasm.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
a
A
column.
column.
I said they're like columns.
Yeah, you're right. Everything's great.
Yeah, I don't know if I said that or not, but that's what I was. That's what I'm.
You did.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything's
So-
fine.
Yeah. Whatever. But you know, like they're like almost like a candle has dripped down and then begin to form again, and you know, goes all the way up, and they make a little, like almost like a cave, like a maze. Sorry, you're in a cave. Duh. Words. Making your way up the center thoroughfare, there's a large building that has a little bit more of an ornate kind of architecture to it than the areas that were before it. And Steve, you recognize this to be where you know, Grandmama likes to hang out. There is a staircase leading up into there, and that opens up into just like a wide, open central hallway. And at the end, there is a circular room with a large dome and a small dais there. There are people wearing white robes, just kind of hanging out, doing stuff with water. It's pretty quiet.
Too quiet.
So, is this whole place a city or a town?
So that's a question for Lucian that I can answer if he needs me to.
Lucian squints his eyes, and then, like almost deep in thought, just says, "Yes."
All right. Okay. There we go. Now I know.
Yep.
All right. So I got to ask, when was the last time you were down here?
When we brought Idithul, to, on our honeymoon, we came down here, myself, and Zamra, of course, and, dipped him in sacred waters.
So not that long ago.
Okay. Yes. So your grandmother has seen you relatively recently, then?
What?
Your grandmother has seen you relatively recently, then. This is not some grand homecoming and you're someone different than who she last knew and all that.
Right, yes. That, I mean, yeah, it was a brief meeting. We didn't
Right.
really.
Right. Okay.
Was everybody so on edge back then? Last time you were here?
Not really. I mean,
So it's
you know,
us.
we.
Look at us.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. There is something going on.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is your grandmother leading some manner of revolution? And that's why she's sending agents up top.
At this point, I don't know what to think. This is why we're here, trying to get some answers.
Let's go get them.
only the DM was here.
Sorry about that, guys. I have a trap set up outside. I had to close before the nighttime animals went in. I'm trying to catch a groundhog in my yard, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta close up
Hell
that
yeah.
trap. Yeah, we left off. You guys are in there, and then when I got back, you guys are like, let's go get them, and I don't know who them are. So
The answers.
yeah. All right. So Lucian, you roll history.
Hmm?
History.
How? Okay, wait. How much of that interaction did you hear?
All right. Give me the breakdown.
Okay. So they asked, like, when was the last time I was down here? Said that that we came here to dip Edithul in the sacred waters. The question was raised of like, hey, when's the last time you saw your grandma? Was she there? And I was like, yeah, it was like a brief meeting. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
So
Roll history.
I just don't want this history check to, like,
Cover what you just said.
negate anything.
Ooh,
Yeah.
23. All right. So you look around you, and there's some kind of alcoves that are built off this main entry chamber. You see some people pouring water onto these stones, which you've seen before. But in the main area here, there is a large, looks like a rough-hewn piece of some kind of mineral that is in the center of the room. Seems to be projecting some kind of light and almost pulsating. And your grandmother is there in front of it, kneeling down.
All right. All right. Now, this area, what did you say it was again?
It's a temple.
Okay. So she is in prayer. Okay. So
Or commune, probably more likely.
is my grandma a nudist? It's disgusting, man. All right. Well, I
A
mean,
nudist.
either way,
Yeah, she's totally naked.
Either way, it's disgusting. Either way, she is praying at this moment. So, yes, I will respectfully go over to my grandmother and, say, and I guess, like, kneel beside her.
Yeah. You see her eyes are... It's just the whites of her eyes, and they have a bit of an amethyst resonance kind of blinking off of them. And a light kind of pouring off of them that is more of a darkness. But it is kind of... it's almost casting shadows from her eyes with this purple amethyst energy kind of laced through it. And she's whispering and doesn't seem to hear you.
What is she whispering? What can I... All right. Yeah, let's start with that. What is she whispering?
She's speaking in Delkir.
I can understand that.
Mm-hmm. No. Yes, they're here. She turns and looks at you.
Oh, hello. That happened a lot quickly.
Lucian, is she alright? Oh,
um. Grandmother, are you okay?
She kind of, Bruce, get out of here. Climbs, climbs up to her feet, kind of pressing herself off of her knees. The rest of you see for the first time she is very aged. Looks elderly. For those of you that have any knowledge of elves, especially, pure-blooded elves, for someone to be this age would have to be ancient. Lucian, why don't you help your grandmother stand? She reaches out a hand and gives you a friendly maternal smile.
Yeah, I offer her my all. Like a good grandson.
She
And I offer her my arm, and when she has it, I'll hold her hand with my right hand while I wrap my left arm around her, kind of guiding her wherever she wants to go.
Yeah, she kind of gestures over to a couple of benches that line the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Just outside one of the alcoves. You help her sit down. Oh, well, I wasn't expecting to see you today, Lucian. And your friends. Welcome.
Should we follow them over to there? Zazie whispers to Rose and Lucian. Not Rose and Lucian, Rose and Kovan.
Rose will follow Lucian's lead, and if he motions over, then yeah, she's going to join him.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll look back towards them and kind of nod with my head. Hey, come on.
I do want everybody real quick before we move forward. Does anyone in here have dread?
I think Rose does.
I think I shook that a long time ago.
Not sure if she.
Gorvana
Not sure
does
when
not.
she took it.
Okay.
Zazie does not either.
Yeah, I mean, Rose, you might still have some lingering, but I mean, there's been enough time to pass, so I guess I'll say no, because Rose, you got yours from when Erica shit happened, so that's been.
That's when I got mine too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can I just have everybody real quick make a save with their spell casting modifier, whatever that may be?
That would be.
Nobody can see everything, but everybody just rolls 20s when they have to. So.
Oh, that's
2.
4.
Nice. Lucian.
Always.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, Lucian, you don't really notice anything, and you feel fine. Rose, you feel a little bit of a twinge, kind of seeping in around the cracks of your psyche. Zazie and Kovanen, you guys both sense this presence coming from this stone. It's fucking powerful.
Anything we might recognize. We've seen some shit.
Yeah, I mean, your Zoriathoth Uri definitely is on high alert right now. I wouldn't say you're taking dread from it, because it's not really that type of sense of it, but you guys rolled high enough that obviously we do the reverse save for this thing, but it if you were to allow it, it would communicate with you.
So is this a like? Can we tell if this is a sort of a negative or evil kind of thing, or if it's like
Give me
Is
on
it
our
a
side, or
is it a gigantic kyber shard with a thing trapped inside?
give me give me each of you whatever you think that roll would be. I feel like Zazie, I feel like your question is probably insight. Kovanen might be the same. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. It's a little bit more obscure. Maybe Arcana.
That's probably the only skill that Kuvanen would have that he would be able to use for that.
What is it, insight?
Yeah, to understand that feeling,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
we've seen
let's-
some shards up close before.
let's
some
go
powers.
could I make an argument for Arcana?
You can, specifically because of how it ties into the way that your class functions, and with advantage.
Then would I then be able to argue
I said advantage.
for advantage
I
in
s-
Arcana?
I said it.
Give them an inch. Give them an inch. They'll take a mile. Natural 20 for a 26 insight.
Zam.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. Kovanen, oh wow, fucking Zazie and Kovanen both rolled nat 20s. The two of you link for a moment, like psychically, and the three of you are in this. You know what? I'm gonna come back to you too. Rose
Okay.
and Lucian, you guys are chilling. Roll perception.
Just bored.
Yeah. Man, my grandma's so
This guy, my
old.
grandma.
Okay, Rose.
Hey, that's the third one in a row. Not 20
my
for
grandma-
Rose's perception.
Fucking balls. Rose,
My grandma smells like
you.
Bengay.
Yeah. Hey, it's June. So, Rose, you immediately get a strange sensation kind of roll over you, and you look at Kovanen and Zazie, and you see that their eyes, they're both just standing there, arms straight, looking ahead directly at the crystal. Eyes are rolled in the back of their head and resonating with this like darkness, flecked with pulsing amethyst energy.
Well, she's gonna immediately, do the divine sense there. Like, is
Okay.
this evil or is this something just kind of more neutral taking effect?
Lucian, you
Yeah.
notice Rose notice. Because, it's Rose. Probably instantly snapping into action, running over there. Rose, what are you doing?
Oh, she, like I said, she's activating her divine sense. She's not running, but she is going to, take advantage of the fact that she's 6'4", has long legs, and cross over to them rather swiftly without running.
Yeah.
Do I get anything off of my divine sense?
Can you post that ability for me real quick? Lucian, what are you doing as you see this movement occurring?
I mean, I can't really do much. I'm guiding a very, very old woman to somewhere that's clearly extremely far.
Yeah, Rose, I would say it has a resonance to it. Probably somewhere between Celestial and Fiend. I know that doesn't really answer your question there, but it kind of has that that otherworldly feeling. Not really undead, but definitely something beyond the material. Very strongly resonating from it.
Good means nothing. Evil bows before.
What the fuck are you out over there?
It's not saying that. All right. Back to you two. Kovanen,
I'm listening.
You look to your left. You see Zazie. You look ahead. You see the domed dais that you originally saw when you met the Scar. You realize that this room
Yeah,
is literally
yeah.
that same.
The same thing he saw. Yeah, I know. I know it is.
I figured you might have picked up on that because you asked if it's. And where the shard was sitting is the throne. And he's sitting there.
Does this Zazie that I can see beside me seem as present as I am?
Yeah, Zazie, you're there.
She'll reach over and grab Kavanen's hand.
He pulls her closer, lets go of her hand to grab her around the shoulder, while looking around the space. Yep, it's what he thinks it is. Looks back at Zazie. All right, okay. Didn't quite expect this. This is Zazie. This is where I was in my, T
Oh,
vision dream thing.
then
This is we're with the.
that is.
That's them. That's them. That's it.
You know,
it,
I'm right
them.
here. I can hear you.
There it is.
Please.
And it knows we're here, by the way. Hello. Didn't expect to be here. Here I am.
It knows we're here. It kind of leans back in the carved stone throne that it's sitting in. You hear it shift, almost like as if it were made of wood, but it creaks and makes a sound of like stones moving against each other as he shifts his weight back and forth. He's massive, probably 30 feet tall, but he's seated, so he's a fraction of that height. Long white mane of hair, regal crown, white robes, and he's holding a scepter, kind of like placed next to him. Very Zeus meets, Christian, image of what God would look like. Well, I wasn't expecting to bump into you like this again, Kovanen, and your friend.
Neither was I.
Zazie. Welcome.
Right, I need not introduce you.
We spoke of her
Okay.
before.
Oh, did I? No.
You
We
did?
Did?
Not
Oh.
with you. Is there anything I can do to help? Almost certain I advised you against a course of action that it appears you and your friends may be heading down right now.
Well, I look at Zazie, back at him. As I'm to understand it, we are acting against someone who is acting against your wishes, right? You wish not to be disturbed, awoken, unbroken, unbound, something to that effect.
I do indeed. However, there are certain actions being put in place that will make...
Force you to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or at least...
I couldn't hope.
Yes, my apologies. Veer's actions have gone beyond my control at this point. He must be
wonderful.
removed immediately before he has the opportunity to make any more actions.
Do you know where he is?
He is in the mines below.
Below even this? I mean, this being where we just were physically.
Kind of sinks back into his chair again a little bit, leans forward, and as he kind of like looms forward, you realize that as he leans forward just a bit, his head is just towering over the two of you. You look up into the space above your head, and he's literally looking down at you. His hand is held out, strokes his beard, and you can feel the wind from his hand movement. You can smell his beard.
Ugh.
To the northwestern quarter of this, whatever you would call this place, this prison, there is a area where the land begins to slope down. It goes into the next cavern. Lucian can tell you more about what they've been doing down there for years. Much of it was at my command. There are certain members of these acolytes. He gestures over to Lucian's grandmother. You can see them through the haze. They're still there. You know, there's some columns that are, kind of fading out as you look in that direction. You see them almost as through the ethereal. Who are still loyal. However, there's a faction that has risen below, following Veer, or whatever he goes by. Before the ritual he's been working towards is able to be enacted, he must be removed.
All right. That sounds vaguely familiar to something we've seen and heard before. This seems to be his thing, enacting rituals that must be stopped before they can be gestured. Zazie, seen to their conclusion.
Will killing him stop, or will killing him finish the ritual?
I can't say for certain. It depends on when you arrive. Currently, the stream of causality would lead me to believe if you killed him before he ascended to avatarhood, it would remove any lingering residue before it affects my condition.
Okay, so go and kill him right now is what I'm hearing.
Immediately.
Okay.
Oh dear. All right. Yes, I mean, this is in line with our expectations. The additional information is, of course, wonderful to have. This is incredibly helpful. Yes. All right.
It is possible he will run if you attack before he begins his ascension. There may be a moment during... I hate to say this, because there's a possibility if you enact this and then he escapes, then we will have to find him later, and he could... If you wish to destroy him, you will do so in the throes of the summoning, in the last moments before the ascension. However, if you are even a moment late...
People start this whole process all over again and find him somewhere else across the world.
No, you will still have an opportunity to destroy him, but I will become present in a way for a short period of time where my avatar will be active.
Yes, we understand. We have encountered at least one such avatar. Is there I don't know how much time we have here before we wake up or whatever.
All the time in the
Is
world.
there? Oh, I guess I'll see again. Look back at him. Is there any beyond just knowledge, any aid you could offer us that would hasten us towards this? Help us kill him. Sorry, I'm trying to be too clever sometimes. Is there anything you could give us to do to us to help us kill him sooner?
He leans back in his chair and smiles very wickedly. Begins to stroke his beard again. Are you asking me for a boon, Kovanen?
I did not hope to state it so plainly. Again, sometimes I try to be too clever, but yes, you know, to if we are putting it plainly, yes.
And
I know these come with a price.
indeed,
Would it be
Right.
possible to
Okay.
pay it together? So neither of us has to shoulder the whole burden?
he thinks for a moment. There are other things that must be done. I will tie you both to me. When you find yourself in a moment of great need, you may call upon me. If you do so, after destroying him, return here. We will negotiate terms then. I will extend this favor to all in your party, but it may only be used once. And whomever calls upon me will be tied.
I see.
However,
In a moment of great need, we may. Please, go ahead. I want to hear this whole thing.
one more restriction. If he does rise to be my avatar, I will do all within my power to inhabit him and to destroy all of you.
I would expect as much, given the nature of his little ritual thing. All right, just to make sure I was following along, Saucy, correct me if I got it wrong. You probably understand these sort of things better than I do anyway. In a moment of great need, we may call upon you only the once. We, being one among our group, may call upon you only the once. And whoever manages to call upon you will be tied to you, at which point terms of the arrangement will be negotiated.
Absolutely. Let's call it a wish, and I will grant it.
Okay.
And this is after we stop him?
Yes.
Only if we stop him, or in order to stop him?
If one who calls upon me then perishes, we can have that discussion on the edge of Mabar.
Thank you.
Sorry. Sorry, what I mean is, we may call upon this after we stop him. Like, that is one of the terms we may have it if we
of course.
succeed
No,
in
this is
stopping him.
you may use this in an effort to stop him. After
I see. Okay,
after
great.
you have done
Yes.
so, I will no longer offer this opportunity.
I understand. Okay. All right.
Choose
I,
wisely.
for one, hope. I for one hope we don't need to in order to stop him, but maybe we do. Zazie?
Yes.
Please.
I am going to do everything in my power to kill him, whether or not you are inhabiting him,
Then make haste.
Mr. Whatever your name is.
I would advise you not to try to learn the names of beings such as myself.
Thank
I've
you
been
for your
advised
time.
against a lot of things, and I've ignored most of it. I don't think I'm gonna start listening to people now.
He nods and smiles. I like you. You may return afterwards if you wish to discuss this arrangement further. Perhaps. You
And,
and
and
I
we do
can
so
work
by
something
returning
out.
to this crystal, or by
Yes.
imbibing the same way I did previously.
No, she may return. Place your hands on the crystal in the dais, and we will speak again. If you wish. I will not require it.
Thank you. Unless there's anything else that you need us to know, we should probably return to them. I have no idea what I look like right now or what she looks like, but they probably worry about us.
He hits his scepter, almost like a staff actually, on the ground once, and you guys wake up. Rose, you have just started to cast the spell. It goes off, and as soon as you have cast it and are like, what the fuck is going on? They both come to their senses, having only been unconscious, whatever you want to call it, for maybe 5 seconds.
I am going to point out that Rose does not have dispel magic. She only has detect magic.
Okay.
So
Huh?
It even picked right up where we left off. Well, as I was saying. Okay, cool. Let's do a quick bio break. I know we're only going to go for another hour, but, you know, if we're going to go for 2 hours, we might as well do it halfway. And I didn't take mine before, so let's pick this up in a sec.
please and thank you.
5 minutes.
All right, I'll be quick.
All right. Wow, 5 minutes. Phew.
And I'm back. This fucking chair is so loud.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, you guys might not hear it because of the crisp, but it definitely, for the recording that goes on to YouTube, can be heard. It's unfortunate. I need to somehow have the crisp set up to filter that out. Maybe someday I'll have that level of technology. So Lucian's thing says, ready to put the hurtin'.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a squirt gun. Does that mean that he's hurting
That's 'cause
for a squirtin'?
No. You might be, though.
Ooh. Not today. Right now, I'm Dash. Interesting. Let me start using those.
I need to stop making jokes about your wife pegging you.
Only when we're on air.
Whack. What does that mean? Why are you giggling at yourself? What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. We'll talk about it later.
I am extremely funny.
What is this little symbol that both I and... Oh, it's a cat. Holding a phone. Laying on a little bed. Oh, that's cute.
I think it's a frog holding a phone.
Is
What are you
it?
talking about?
It is a frog, you're right.
For the chilling status
Oh
on.
yeah, frog.
Yeah, I thought the little
And a
rosy
beanbag chair.
cheeks... I thought the little rosy cheeks were eyes, and that the eyes were ears. But I can see it now. Especially considering that, like, frogs and stuff like that are some of the little artworks. Oh, I love frogs.
We have frogs at the cave.
My God, do you?
Yes.
I want to see. I love frogs. Let me see. Look it up. Wait, we're on air. We can't talk about that right now. Afterwards, you can tell me more about it. The fucking weirdos getting on here, trying to figure out who we are and where we live. Then they're like walking up my driveway, asking me if they can buy my car.
What?
Hey,
We had that happen to us once too, and it was just they even knocked on our door and everything. It's the weirdest shit ever.
they're scoping you out. They don't want the car. They're scoping out your property.
Well, yeah, one big blue healer and one very loud pit bull. I'm pretty sure they were dissuaded.
Yeah. All right. What the fuck is Steve doing? Come on, man.
I'm here, fucker. Fucking start.
Everybody else
Shit.
said that they were here. You're just like over there waiting, running your fingers through each other.
I said it's scoping, and then
I didn't hear that. My fault. My fault. Okay, I didn't hear it.
Bullshit.
I didn't hear it. Aw, frogs are everywhere and turtles. Okay, I'm in love. Okay, back to the game. All right, so you
What was the
guys.
last thing we did?
Oh yeah, I changed my little square.
I
You
don't,
might want to look at that,
I can change-
especially for you.
Yay! Oh, that's not funny.
I think it is.
It is. It's funny. I wasn't expecting that. It was good. Okay. We're back. You guys are now conscious. Rose is like saying to me like 20 minutes ago, "Hey, I don't have detect." And they're awake.
Oh,
Oh
Okay,
my.
I'll go
Oh my
back.
god.
yeah. All right, we're back. He kicked us
Alright.
out.
Where?
Oh, Rose.
Where
Oh,
are
were you about
y'all?
to? Oh, you about to do a thing? No, we're fine. We're here. Zazie,
Yep.
Zazie, are you fine? Are you here?
Yes, I'm.
All right. Okay.
Uh,
All right.
we're Lucian.
Over by his grandmother. What happened? Y'all weren't here.
Come on, you explain to her. I. Zazie rushes over to Lucian.
All right. I point at the big crystal. We spoke to it. We were called, not within, obviously, because we were still here, but we were within, and spoke with it. It being, of course, the patron entity of. I gesture around at everything of this. The patron, what are they? Overlord is the modern term for them. Same one I happened to speak to in my mushroom-induced deliria previously. And also, I'll continue to add, the one that Veer seeks to unleash upon the world. Well, the next one, I should say.
Er, Right. Did he have anything else to? Or is
Yes,
just Scrub's
Veer
temple?
is below us, over there. Kavanan points in a direction, not knowing where Northwest is because he doesn't know where he is. Down below in the mines, doing some ritual shit to unleash him. We should hurry.
He probably should. Let's
Yes,
go.
because if we, ideally we catch him in his moment of passion during the middle of the ritual, and he can't run away, and then we kill him. Let's discuss this with everyone.
Yes. Yeah, also, did you have to use that phrase? Weird. Let's get back to Zazie and Lucian.
Yes.
Lucian.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Lucian's grandma. Nice to meet you. Lucian. Veer is here in the mines. We talked to the crystal. He told us that Veer was in the mines and that he was doing things, and we have to go kill him right now. This might be our one and only chance, and we have to do it now. So I'm so sorry to your grandma, but we have to leave, and we have to go kill him right now.
All right. I mean, yeah. It's part of why we're here, but all right. Yeah, sure. Grandmother, will you be okay?
I was.
I feel like there's so much more that I would like to talk to you about. But I guess we deal with one thing at a time. Sure. Let's go deal with that. Grandmother.
Hello.
See you.
Hello, Lucian's grandmother. My name is Kavanan, dear friend of your grandson's. He's a wonderful boy. As they've said, we have much to do and must leave.
Yes. Yes, I would imagine so. Please be careful down there, Lucian. They are very adamant about what they're doing. They are so certain it's right.
Oh God, I just can't. I can't really move past it. Why are assassins using your coin? Your sigil?
She squints at you a little bit. I think that's a conversation a bit too long to have, considering the haste your friends are indicating they need to make.
I was really just kind of hoping for hey, yeah, I'm kind of doing this, but all right, yeah, sure.
Well, at least now you know that we know and would like to speak about it. Should we have the opportunity, if any of us survive what's to come.
Mhm.
Yes. I very much hope that's the case. Please make sure to bring my grandson back in one piece.
Oh, absolutely will. You are not the first member of your family to whom I have promised to keep him in line. I will try to keep him safe. I have a question. May I put my shoes on?
She thinks for a moment. I suppose this situation would merit a slight change in protocol.
Thank you. I will not do so on the temple grounds, of course, but they are incredibly useful to me, and I wish to hasten myself across the city as safely as possible.
Lucian, I'm sorry that you have been caught up in this.
I mean, you know, I know what I got myself in. You know, this is the life of adventuring. You know, I could be doing this or signing my name on paper. Not fun.
Indeed. Well, don't
Where is the northwest from here? We are to go down into the mines.
Lucian
says-
knows where it is.
Oh, all right.
Excellent. So can we go now?
Yes. Go on.
Okay, great.
It was a pleasure to meet you, madam. That's all I have for now. Lucian, please.
All right.
Did Steve just break his chair and like fall over?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, just sitting up.
Yeah, no worries.
Just a very loud.
Stander.
Chair.
I'm just such a loud stander. Okay.
All right. So, I'm sorry we didn't have more time. But this takes like precedence. Lead the way. You're the Pathfinder here.
I lead the way to the mines, which is very obviously in the back corner.
Is it the part on the map where it says slopes down?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Very obviously. Wait. Is it? Yes. Okay. So you guys make your way up to that area. It is a like a shaft that kind of runs down into the earth.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And deeper into Kyber, there are what looks like abandoned like tracks. What do you guys do?
Tracks as in footprint tracks or like minecart tracks?
Mine shaft, like
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
cart tracks.
Well, I would look around first for cart. You know, like that one
Oh, classic.
level from.
we gotta ride the minecart down the tracks,
Oh my
and there's
God,
like
what's
obstacles
going
and stuff.
on right
Come
now?
on.
Is this happening? Okay.
This is happening.
It's
Come on,
like
puts his shoes on. He's ready.
it's like that one level from Donkey Kong.
Yep. Okay.
Exactly. You gotta jump and you get the bananas, and you know the deal.
Yep. Here we go. Lucian.
Yes.
Alongside the abandoned tracks, you find a pile of refuse. Within the pile is an upturned cart.
Oh.
There is debris and small crystals spilling out from the upturned cart. The wheels seem a bit rusted, but otherwise seems intact.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Man, if only Sprocket were here. He can cast oil slick on them wheels. Damn it.
The little go-go gadget action and artificer some oil.
Yeah. All right. Rose.
Yeah.
Would you be able to help me turn over this cart? Or yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe you can yourself. You are a
What are
strapping young.
we going to ride that down?
I would hope so.
It's gonna be faster than just walking.
Probably. Oh, all
Shouldn't-
right.
Yeah, sure. This is gonna go swimmingly. Let me finish putting my boots on. And, get going.
You are the slowest boot put on I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, I have like 3 million laces here.
You need some slip-ons. We'll try to find you some flats when we return to the surface.
All right. Speed
You-
laces her boots. and-
I've seen slip-on like square-toed cowboy boot style work boots that I'm sure would be just fine. You just slip them right on. So Lucien and I have a wealth of driving experience, but this is a new device to me. I don't know what to do with it.
Well, we just put it on the tracks and push it, right?
Well,
In
that's
theory.
That's how you start it, but I'm not an incredibly smart man, but I do know how to stop the Magicycle. I mean, you just apply the thing and it slows down.
Let's make sure it can actually
Should've-
get onto
should've
tracks
been-
first. Yeah. Yeah, we're just
Does
gonna.
anybody have oil, perhaps? For
Oh, I
this
do.
wheel? Ah, yeah.
Why would I have... Oh, you do?
She digs in her bag and gets out a flask of oil.
Fuck is going on
Oh.
here?
Technically, this is technically lamp oil for like starting fires and shit, but I think
Probably
it's,
in an
usable.
adventurer's pack or something like that.
yeah,
Lube is lube.
exactly.
Lube is lube.
Well, I mean, we won't go into that right.
Some people would disagree.
Like myself.
It's like water-based or silicone. It's fine for most. This is like steel on steel axles, whatever we can get.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like a petroleum based, similar to what you might find as a WD-40, or some other high viscosity oil.
I should say that we shouldn't use WD-40 for lubrication. It's more of a degunker to help free things up.
I was just
as
about to
opposed
say
to a
it
lubricant.
probably has some of the degreasing agents that might help remove some of the rust.
So if Rose is getting the cart righted, does she need to roll her athletics check, or does she just get it upright?
I'd say that I'd like to see a couple athletics checks out of you guys just to see how bad you fuck this thing up while you try to get it onto the tracks.
Kubanan is not even gonna attempt it.
Lucien is going to try and help.
Yeah.
Zazie is also not going to attempt.
Okay, so just the two of
25.
you.
Athletics.
All right.
Rose.
Lucien?
Did you
Wait,
not roll?
yeah,
at
she rolled with advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can try and get a
Yeah.
nat 20.
Let's see what happens. All right.
Eh.
You guys do
25.
quite well. You're able to get it to stand up, and you kind of put it on its the metal wheels on the ground. The rocks are pretty firm. You're able to move it over to the tracks and get it on pretty easily. Zazie, you put the oil on. You guys kind of move it back and forth a couple of times, and some of the grit begins to pull and drip off, and the rust kind of like starts to flake away, and you can hear the sound of more like smooth metal rubbing against metal. Still a bit of friction, but does anybody have any abilities with tinker tools, or
I can paint.
Even like blacksmithing or anything that would interface with metal?
I got alchemist supplies, so I know how to interface with metal on an alchemy level.
I would make that a hard roll.
Ah.
You're using oil and stuff like that. Give me an alchemy
it's
roll.
a little bit it's a little bit larger scale, heavier stuff than Kavana knows what to do with, but thieves' tools.
Yeah, definitely. Thieves' abilities would fall into play there. You guys go ahead and roll
So
this.
this would be intelligence with proficiency.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
Would you prefer in this case, because this is how the tools things works, which ability would you like me to roll with proficiency?
I would, I'd leave that up to you, considering how you plan on using it. I know it's weird. Thieves' tools can be int, they can be whiz, they can be dex, So I would say in this case, let's leave it to a mental stat, either whiz or intelligence.
Okay, he will apply his wisdom in this case. He's trying to
Yeah, in my
interpret
experience,
Zazzy's. Yeah. Okay. Well, this plus. Okay, I will roll a insight because the button's already 21.
nice.
Wisdom plus proficiency.
Okay, yeah, between the two of
Idea.
you, you guys are able to, come up with a pretty good way to apply it. Kavana, putting this kind of shit on to like a squeaky door, or even some other like device to open up like a locking pin is, can be used on older locks using that thought. And Zazie, you understand how in alchemy, how different some metallurgy and a little bit of chemistry kind of you're able to figure out that you need to get it into the the axles and make it move and free it up a bit before it kind of before you take off on it. You guys are going like 50 miles an hour and then it gets seized up. You guys just flip over. But no, you guys do a good job at
Idea.
getting it to move well. Yeah.
I think Steve's trying to beg for something.
What do you got, Steve?
all right, all right, all right, all right. So okay,
Yep. I'm ready.
okay. Does Lucian know like how long it would take one of these whatchamacallit,
Carts?
fucking carts, yes, thank you, to get from top to bottom?
Roll history.
Nine.
It's a pretty long distance. You usually don't go down that far down there. You've been down there, obviously, but it's not really your favorite place. I'd say, you feel like it could probably take you, like, at a normal walking speed, probably 30 minutes to get down there.
Okay. And by cart?
Um,
Obviously much less, right?
it would be less. Give me a driving roll.
A very, very fast cart.
Yeah, give me a driving roll.
Okay. Driving.
Okay.
That's 26.
Yeah, you know if you can get this thing to go anywhere near like the mid to top speed of the Magicycle, you could probably get down there like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Tops.
Good to know. All right, cool. So I start. Okay, is there like a braking shifter thingy?
There is
On the inside?
on the side. There is a brake. It appears just to be a friction brake. It's like a lever that you pull, and you know, it applies the actual like shaft. Fourth time tonight. To the axle to create friction.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Cool. All right. I'm a fucking genius. All right, everybody. All right. Whenever you're ready. Everybody,
Why are you giggling?
you'll see.
All right, I'm in.
Oh.
Come on,
Well,
Suzy,
that
get in. This is
should
gonna be
work.
great. No, it's gonna work. It's gonna be fine. Come on.
Okay. Okay.
I feel
I'll
the
trust
same
you.
way. I feel the same way. Oh man, let's see.
Right. This is gonna go
Great.
interesting directions.
Swimmingly. All right, here we are.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
not stealthily, just to point that out.
No. Oh, ye of little faith. All right, here we are. Okay.
Kapanen gets in place, and he's like, I can't wait to learn what it is that you're ready for us to find out.
All right, everyone.
Hang on to your butts.
So here's what I imagine, right? It has like a little slow start, right? But obviously it's on a hill, so so it does kind of pick up a little bit of speed, right? So this is what happens. Everyone,
I mean, I'm going to tell you what
Count.
happens, but you can get it started off. So go for it.
okay. Everyone count to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No,
Oh my.
slowly.
Oh, what's the fun in that?
1,
1,
1, 2,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4.
4.
fucking
4,
do
5.
it! What happened?
5. Fine.
What happened?
Well, like 2 of you are pushing, and then you stop, and then the other 2 start pushing, and Lucian's pushing the whole time, and you guys are just like looking at each other. So uncoordinated.
Well, he didn't tell us to do anything. He just said count. I've counted. I'm waiting for him to do something.
Oh, we should probably all get into the thing before he does this.
Oh, I'm in.
The fuck happened?
Zazie will climb in and sit next to Kovanen.
Why isn't it showing on VTT, you bitch?
I don't know, but I'm very curious to see
Alright,
what.
I'm casting silence.
Okay. Nice. Ooh. Interesting. Does it travel with you?
Yeah. So the plan, right? This is why I asked, right? Like if there was a break thingy, because what I was gonna do is cast it on the break, but I was hoping that during the countdown it would go boop, right? Because as soon as you realize, like, oh shit, cast silence. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Kovanen. Like I was gonna say, like I cast the silence on the break thingy. This way, it follows me, right? Because I can cast it on a point that I choose.
So the only thing about that is, it seems like it's a point in space, not specifically to an object, but
Says
I-
object.
I kind of like this idea, so I'm gonna allow you to use concentration. So it's already concentration. Let's see, how do we make this work? Every turn, you're gonna have to make a roll to maintain concentration, to maintain it on that spot. And that will be, I'll let you choose. You can use an action, you can use a bonus action, or you can use, yeah, you can use an action or a bonus action to maintain it. Yeah, and you're just gonna have to roll, I don't know, 10 or up with your spellcasting modifier to keep it on there.
Okay. Hold up. Let me
Cool.
also like refresh D&D Beyond because that was stressful that it wasn't showing up on Roll20. That ruined my fucking setup. Now it's not even roll. What the going on?
Don't worry about
You
it.
might need to update Beyond 20.
Let's just rock through this thing here that's about to happen. You know, we got a little bit of time left. This is going to be an interesting scene. I just want to get through it. All right. Lucian. Everyone else is in the cart. What are you doing?
I'm in the cart. Like, what? Are you...
Okay. The cart is stationary.
How is this possible, dude?
You guys all realize that somebody's got to get out and like give it a good push to get it going down the hill.
Kovanen does not realize this.
Rose will give it a push if necessary. She's athletic enough to get back
Oh, it's
into
like
the
a
cart.
boat.
Bob
I
sled.
get it now. You have to do that and then jump in. Right. Like a boat.
Yeah, that. I mean, that was like kind of.
You gotta say it if it's gonna happen.
Yeah. All
Go,
right,
we go.
So let's start
It
this
rolls.
again. Let's start this again.
That's not. It just rolls.
Alright.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. It starts off making a little bit of like a whizzing sound. I don't know if you guys have anybody's ever had their brakes need to be changed. It's just like pss, 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 pss. Sounds like somebody's
Yeah.
trying to
Oh,
call
that's
a
what
cat.
that sound is in my car?
Oh my god.
Yes, that means you need to change your brakes. And when you like start to hit your brakes, it gets louder, and then it stops entirely.
Because of the silence spell.
Yeah. Give me the concentration for the silence spell. Your
Okay.
applied concentration.
Okay. Doo-doo.
Okay.
17.
Yep, you maintain. All right, so you guys are starting to go downhill. It's picking up in velocity a lot. The pitch of the hill drops off more, and that drops off more yet again. The wind from your speed is just like blowing your hair back. Let me get a perception roll from everyone.
Four. Zazie probably got ducked
Five.
inside of the
Jesus.
arc.
Natural 20.
Nice. Lucian, you see ahead of you the ground drops off, and that the tracks are going to go over a large chasm. It's at about a 45-degree angle from where the track is at right now. I'd say with your driving ability, you know that if you hit that turn without reducing speed in advance or doing something to stop you guys from, turning over, you guys are gonna basically just wipe out and then roll right off the edge.
Cool. So at that point, I will pull the brakes slightly. I'm not jerking them. I'm
All right.
Easing into it.
What should we use for this guy? Sleight of hand?
That sounds like a good
Yes.
one to me.
I don't know. Dex? Let's just use straight dex.
Bring it on, bitch.
It's sort of dark in here. Does Govanen, but nobody can hear him. What's happening? I can't see him. But nobody can hear his cries.
So, Lucian, you pull the brake. You realize that it's being applied to the brake, but it's not enough.
I think. Oh dear. Hopefully no one notices. I abandoned ship.
What?
No. No.
That would have been an effect. No. Oh, okay. That's. I know somebody said to stall, but I don't think that's the
Good
stall
luck,
they
everyone
meant.
else.
Okay, Govanen's sitting along. He feels the wind going through his hair. Has a hold of Zali's arm. Sometimes she doesn't like fast-moving vehicles, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely ducked in, like fully into the cart, huddled in the corner, holding on to Govanen with that death grip again.
Okay. Okay.
What is that?
Fucking
Oh, they're doing the stalactite.
Rose.
Like, oh, that was cool.
Rose, I imagine, is probably the closest to me because the other two are in the. So I'm gonna tap Rose on the shoulder and point to the brake, and like kind of like miming, like help me pull it.
She will offer her assistance.
I'm also fairly certain. Okay, you know what? No. Okay, with her assistance, I'm rolling again.
Rose, do you have
is that
proficiency
what
with
you would
finesse
like?
weapons?
I should have proficiency with martial weapons, simple weapons. So I'm pretty sure finesse weapons are in that grouping of martial.
Yeah, that's true. It's usually a specific type.
You try.
But
to
also-
fuck
I'm gonna
me,
allow you
I
guys to
saw
describe
that.
what you're doing here, and then I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Rose is providing her muscles, but letting Lucian guide it. Essentially, he knows what he's doing. She just needs to add the extra muscle. She's the elbow grease.
No, he doesn't. This is the first time he's ever done it.
Okay, her assumption is that she knows what he's doing because he's the one that
What are we
drives.
doing?
Okay.
Okay.
So Lucian, I'm just gonna have you give me a straight dex roll. And Rose, I actually want you to give me a strength and a dex roll.
Hell yeah.
Is this check or save? Because those are two different numbers.
It's
Just straight
roll,
rolls.
Check your time.
Okay.
I got a 14 that time.
Nice. Okay.
16 strength, 17 dex.
Yeah. You guys are able to start. It starts slowing down a little bit. Lucian, you feel like it's at a point where, if you guys hit the corner now, the most you guys probably have to worry about is your own body weight kind of toppling it over. Yeah, maybe with
Okay.
some skillful leaning, you might be able to, as a group, kind of, you know, like the power slide and Mario Kart Double Dash, where like the one guy on the back can like kind of lean one way. You guys all could do something along those lines. So just communicate that to everyone, you know, because they can hear you. So.
No, they can't. It's a silent spell, sir.
Yeah, dang. Well, I don't know what you're gonna do. So I guess we figure it out.
All right. Cool. Okay, so still feel vibrate. Okay, so this is what I do. I stomp 3 times, doom, 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 on the bottom of the on the floor of the thing.
I look at the floor.
Can we at least feel that?
Zazie will look up, glare at Lucian, mind blink with him, and just almost yelling in his head, "What the fuck do you want now?"
Lean left.
Her eyes go wide. She leans to the left, pulling
Or-
Kovanen with her.
Or right, DM? Fucking what?
Doesn't
direction?
matter. You said whatever the direction it was supposed to be.
Or just resolve it. Do we go over the thing or not?
Yeah, let's get deck saves from everyone.
Yeah.
We'll do a party average.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
What's that,
you guys are
18 for
fucking
Lucy?
fine. We're fucking team decks over here. Team dexterity save. Yeah, you guys are cool. It kind of, you guys are able to lean over to one way, and you're on one freaking set of tracks as you're swinging around the edge of the the rails, settles back down on the all four, and you guys are gliding ahead over the chasm. You start losing a little bit of speed because it's an even plane as you're going across, but as soon as you get on the other side, it dumps off again, and you guys are plummeting.
Kovanen barely has time to communicate his confusion and his silent confusion at what just happened with nothing but facial expressions before, bracing for the decline.
Zazie, keep this link. It's really our only communication until we're on the bottom.
Out loud, Zazie is screaming as they're falling. Just going pretty much going down. But through the mental link, she's like, "Okay, Lucian, okay."
Out loud, all anyone would see is just fucking Zazie's mouth open. Getting bugs in there and shit.
All right, Lucian.
Yes, sir.
You guys are on this track. You see it's dumping off, and ahead of you, yeah, I'm gonna do this one. You realize that, wow, there is a fucking break in the bridge ahead of you guys.
You're such a bitch.
You guys are dropping off fast, but it's just you guys just aren't going down fast enough. You need to pick up some speed or something to figure out a way to get over that gap.
Okay. I push the brake. I loosen the brake as far as possible. With the mind link, tell Zazie lean forward, and then I'm gonna grab Rose and lean forward with with her, like, and basically all four of us are now crowding, putting as much weight as possible on the front.
Kavanan doesn't know why or what's going on. He's mimicking the body language of those around him.
He's
Okay.
the only one that can-
Let me get a. Fuck, I don't even know. Just give me whatever role you guys want for this. Some kind of communication role to see how well you guys work together. Performance.
Maybe acrobatics for sliding. all
Yeah,
around in the
acrobatics.
cart?
Yep. Everybody, give me an acrobatics roll.
12.
Kavanan rolls a 20 for insight. He gets it, and so
Nice.
he will acrobat. 19.
This is gonna go well for Rose. It's a 6 for her acrobatics.
Oh,
She is
yeah.
definitely more athletic.
Yeah, they're carrying you though. So you guys hit.
They're using her weight against
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah. You guys hit the arch as it goes up over the bridge, and where the like it drops open out into the chasm. Let me get a perception roll from everyone at the moment where you guys get air, or just before you get air. All right. Lucian, Kovanen, and Zazie, you guys all realize there's just a little bit too much weight in the cart to get over this gap.
Well, that doesn't bode well. Kavanan leaps out of the cart, straight up into the air. Pats Zazie on the back as he leaves, and the wings come out.
All right, spend.
Breaking yet
Does that
another
cost a
shirt.
slot, or can you just do that whenever you want?
It's just my thing now. It's just a thing.
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. All right, Kovanen leaps out, takes off, destroys his shirt. The
Yep.
damn thing barely passes over the tracks. Lands perfectly because you guys did so awesome on your acrobatics roll. Kovanen pops back in, and it dips back down, and you come pulling into this bay where there's a bunch of other carts. There are people loading up carts, and it's full of Duergar. They all look up as you guys pull in. And that's where we'll end the session.
Well, we have the element of surprise.
Yeah, true.
We are surprising. We are a surprising sight. That's to be sure.
I was about to say, you guys are definitely surprised. All right, cool. All right, well, I'm going to end the cast. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Good night, everyone on the
Good night.
internet.
Thanks for listening.